Hello to all my friends. This is Sheryl with Sheryl's Dashing Designs. It's been a long time since I've done a YouTube video of something I've made. Between some health issues and different facts of life and life itself, I just haven't done any, and I may have to break this up into some parts because I get short of breath sometimes. But we're going to do the best that we can do today. This is a journal of autumn, and it's not my normal colors, but it was so much fun to make. I have a card with all my information, but since I haven't done a video in so long, I will just add all my information in. I'm Sheryl with Sheryl's Dashing Design. You can reach me by Facebook by Sheryl Blair Hood. I will try to link all that in the description of this YouTube. This YouTube is kind of for me just to get back into the habit of making some YouTubes and back into the habit. I've been trying to get back into the habit of creating. So I hope I am in film good. This turned out to be a gator mouth. I know, mine always seem like they do that, and I never plan on it. It's got a pocket in the back. It was made with an old piece of linen, and I can't remember exactly where I got that. I want to say I got it from Yanette, but I'm not for sure. I forget so much of where I get stuff from that I can't always remember. Anyway, this it's got some original pieces. It's got some, you can tell my mind is just kind of all over. That's one of the reasons I don't do the YouTubes too, because I just, after a little head injury and stuff, I just can't think straight sometimes, and I just get off on stuff I can't remember what I was going to say. But it has a lot of authentic things in it. It has a lot of different things I have collected from different people in it. After this, if you really like the video, I would appreciate if you give a thumbs up, a comment, and subscribe to my channel, because I need to try to get it back going. It's just been so long since I've been into it, and I'm just really praying that God is healing me and that I'm going to be able to do what I love to do. Anyway, this one is with a polka dotted sari tie. It has just got all different colors of fall in it. This has got some fall ribbons. It's got some little metal leaves. This was some orange embroidery thread, and I just had a wad of it, and I stuck it on there, and I thought, oh, I need to make a pumpkin out of that. So I made a pumpkin, and so then I got some fibers that my friend Michelle sent to me, and then I made, with some just scrap muslin, a patch, and put the pumpkin patch on it. This was, I can't even remember. I will try to go through and list in my description where I got stuff. This is from a little package that Kristen from Journal Diva sent me. This is an authentic piece of ephemera. It came from a glue book. I soaked it, got it off, and I placed it over the pumpkin that this girl was holding, because this is very old, but I loved it there. Then I made ruffles out of fall colors. It's got all different colors of fall in it, and we're just going to start opening it and going through, and I'll kind of move it back and forth some. This has got some vinyl, and I just made a little pocket out of it. I have had yo-yos for years. I just never used them. I don't know why, I just never used them. But I've used several in this, and I found I really loved using them. On some of this fabric that I had, I used some of my inks. I painted a little bit of fall colors on the leaves. And then, like I said, it's all fall. It's not all sissy foo-foo, but it's got a lot of sissy foo-foo stuff in it. I meant, it's just got fall leaves. When I see this, I think of my son and even my daughter for a while. She liked to hunt, and we lived on, had some land, and they always deer hunted. And when this time of year came, we could always see the fall leaves changing. This has a pretty lady. I added some lace to her. And then this just has some fall ribbon. It's just kind of a collage piece because I thought it just really went pretty in with all. I just kind of like to collage things up. This has got a applique from Barbara Nicki. This has got a little piece of silk from Kristen. It's got some more of Barbara's appliques. It's just got more wadded threads. It has got another silk piece that I cut out from Kristen. This is a digital, let me think, I can't think who the digital's from right now. I will put it in the description box because my mind is completely drew a blank, but I love her digitals. And the papers, this also, the background papers come from her. This is just a whole lot. I pulled out a lot of my fabrics, colors that I don't use very often, yellow. Then I added some lace behind it. Then I added orange. And what's not pretty with a little bit of Sheila's bling. I had to put the girl with the pumpkin, and then I had to add some of Sheila's bling to her to just to pretty her up. I made another little ruffle, some paint tape thing with different colors of orange. This was out of a calendar. My stepsister brought me this calendar, and she just brought it to me a couple of weeks ago, and I mean, she probably wasn't gone from my house an hour that I was already tearing pages out. I mean, I just thought it looked perfect in here, and it says fall, so I used that. This is just a little tuck. I added a little sweet bird with fall colors. This was my friend that I normally get all my dyed laces from was in Canada taking care of some family business. So I tried my hand at tea dyeing some lace. It's all right, but it's just not my cup of tea. So I'm glad she's home from Canada and she'll have us more bundles along the way, Miss Sheila will. It's a Sheila Gingrich that normally I get my laces from, but I did try it myself. I tried it. Actually, I mixed several different things to get this, and I liked it because it had just a tiny bit of orange. It had some tea color in it. Then this was some fall fabric. This is just a little card that you can write on the back. I added some more of the fabric. And then this is some vintage lace here that I put up on the corner. Like I said, it's not all frill and fruff, but it's got enough frill and fruff, and it's got the beautiful deer that we love to watch in the fall. It's got fall flowers and mums and all different kinds of fall and autumn pieces. But this gives you an extra writing space under this card and on the back side of the card. Then this is, I thought this little boy's was so cute in this little wagon. And I took my ink pads, my Tim Holtz Distress ink, and a paintbrush and barely got them damp and colored in some of the pumpkin. So just in mute orange, just to give it just a little bit of orange color so it just wasn't all faded out. Put another sign of the pumpkin patch. It's got some sari ribbon. I think this was in a bundle from Sheila. This was, I can't even say who this was from because I've had this in a box of appliques for so long. But I just loved all the colors and then just mixing pumpkins and deer, and it's got writing space here. And this is all, this is a authentic card from 1925. It says, "To my friend." This is a page from, this is Field Rose. I think it was from the Seasons book. I love using it, and I thought it was perfect to use in this. And I just tied a little bow on it. Then the back side of that page, I put a little girl with the pumpkin. And this is another one of Nicki's autumn appliques. I ordered this, and she sent them to me in a rush because I said, I really need to get this finished. Well, since then, I've had a couple of orders for a couple of more. So I have ordered 2 more bundles from her since then because I just feel like these appliques just made this. And this one was perfect to use with this. This is actually layers. It has the page, then I used a page out of a digital, then I used another page out of a digital that I layered to make it look like she was standing at this old home place. Then I used some of Sheila's Sorry. This was actually in a bundle of Christmas greens, but it's just perfect for fall also. I made a little pumpkin dangle out of a bead that I got from Sheila. Is that not cute? And no, it was actually out of a pin. You can see I just wanted it different. And so where the pin clasp is where I have that, just where it looks like it's a little. But like I said, this has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 5 different layers. I love layering stuff. It's got some writing space. This is a very old card. This is actually a French card, and I don't see there's probably a date on it, and I can't see it. But anyway, I thought the colors went very well. Then it has a, oh, it's because I got a pen holding it in. I put a tuck here, pocket, has some more of Kristen's. I cut out her silks, and I cut out Sheila's silks, and just kind of collage them on. And I made this, so it, without it, I felt it was a little masculine for me, so I just had to doll it up just a little bit. My girlfriend that I nursed with for 40-something years, her favorite color was orange. So I had orange fabrics from things I used to make her. I'm not a big orange lover, but having fabrics from things I made her has really came into handy for making this journal. This is another little pocket. I just kind of cut a piece of the ephemera and made the pocket there. And then it's just got the tag. I used some fibers that I got from Michelle. Collum. We trade fibers a lot. And this is just a man at his farm stand. And I just put a little autumn saying there, another tag. And it's also layered. It's got, you know, I made the pocket out of one, then I layered it, and then I put the tag in. I used some browns for the ties on it. And the back you can write on, and you can write underneath the tag. This is just a little tag that I made. Excuse me. And it's just got a little card. It has a little tuck where she's tucked up in there. Then I used all different kinds of fibers. And I had made 2 different hose so the fibers could go through. And I liked it just to go over like this where the fibers hang up over the top. I try to keep the bottom a little bit flatter so when it sits on your shelf, This was an upside down pocket that I did. I just put a pocket in it. I left this clear so that way it will go in. Also, you can flip this up and it's got something on the back side, and then it's got hidden writing space on the back. I made a ruffle out of some beautiful sagey pea greens. I love this fabric. And this one is a collage of mini peoples of a lot of different items that I received from different artists. The strings, this fabric I received from Yanette, this I received from Nicki, a rusted pin I received from Debbie. This is more of the lace that I did, and I just made it all to where it would just make a little flip up, but it's got fabric, appliques, paper, lace, strings, just all different kinds of things collaged. So I needed to put a fancy page on the opposite. This has got some of Sheila's bling, I believe, and then it's got some, sometimes I get the blings mixed up because I get pretty blings from Kristen, I get beautiful blings from Sheila, I get blings from so many different people. I just feel like there's enough room in the world for all of us as artists and creators that we can just enjoy it all together. But I thought this little girl was pretty, and I put her on this tag, and it's done. Then I used some of my orange polka dot and all my multi-fibers on it. Flip it over, and then it's just got some journal cards that it's got a lot of writing space here. Then it's got journal cards where you can write on the back of these. There's some parts that are very simple, and then some, like this page, there's not much writing space. So I left this page where you could do a lot of writing. This page, it is the digital, and then I tore this lady out. I put lace over the edge. This is very vintage stained lace, and I loved it. I believe I got this from Patty Lang. I don't know if I won or I bought a box that had 3 or 4 pieces of lace in it. And when I got this, I fell in love with it because it was just perfect for this autumn journal. This is from Barbara Nicki. Then it just says gratitude. And I just collaged and made all of those pieces go. Then it's got a writing page on the back. My stepsister, like I said, she brought me those calendars. So this was a page I tore out of the calendar. I mean, I know she wasn't probably even to the stoplight, and I was already tearing pages out. So on the back side, it has got a, this is a, you can't hardly see it because I covered it up, but a, let's see if I pull this out. You can see it right there. A glycine bag. I'll show that when I get over there. But I put some trim here. Then I put more of that lace from Patty. The ruffles from Debbie. I believe this is from Kristen. The yarn is from Sheila. Not yarn, the silk is from Sheila. I just loved all the different colors mixed in together because that's just what fall is. I used to love when my mother's been gone 27 years, and I used to love to take her to look at the trees. And we'd go all through Oklahoma and all through Arkansas. And that was what is so pretty about fall. You see oranges, you see greens, you see reds. You just see so many different colors. Okay, the back, and this was the glycine bag. I had to tuck it over to make this tuck, and I had to tuck it up to make this pocket because it was a big glycine bag. But what I did was, there's the glycine bag. I covered it up. This is some of Sheila's trim. Like I said, it has to have some fancy in it because it wouldn't be me if it didn't have some fancy laces. And then it has a little love letter here. It has a little girl that's been picking pumpkins. And then for the glycine bag, I made just a very blank tag that you can write on. Then this is from Edith Hogan. All the colors went. And then this is this was from Edith Hogan. And I cut the words out October, and then it gives space to write on the back, and it says, "Then came October, full of merry glee," by Spencer. And I just filled the little glycerin bag all full of it, layered. Another writing page. And this is a page out of, I can't remember if it's out of one of the calendars or if it's out of the Seasons notebook. I know it's not Edith Hogan because it's glossy. I can't remember. But anyway, I put this here because this is a authentic, and it's pretty fragile. Be careful, I'll take it off. Anyway, it has folded, and I just wanted it to go on the back here, and I lost my paper clip. I'm not going to take it all off because it is fragile. So I tried to use a lot of authentic things in it also. This is another collage page. I used some of Sheila's trims here. It just needed a little bit just to give it that little oomph. I used some of my polka dotted trim, the digital, and then I used another digital and made this page, and then I cut this out and put on top of that. Then I put the trim on there, and then the leaves, and then I tied it all around with the polka dot, and it's one of my favorite pages. Very easy to make, but it just has a lot of different layers to it. Excuse me. I'm sorry. This is just a little pocket with some pumpkins, and it's just got a little card in it that I paper clipped. And this is an authentic reward of merit that I thought the colors just went perfect. I thought that this would be pretty to leave out all through autumn and maybe like through your Thanksgiving, and you could have Thanksgiving guests when they come over to sign or write a little memory. We never know from year to year which guests are going to be back with us the next year. So I like to have them, sign, and that way just kind of leave thoughts and memories. And I can't say where I got this from because I don't know. Another little, I thought it was a little boy, but it's a little girl. It's got a little dress on, pumpkin, another deer. This is the center. And these beads that's not supposed to be on there. I'll have to worry with those later. So I made some little dangles. I bought these beads from Sheila, the lampwork beads, and I thought I probably will never use the browns and the oranges. Well, guess what? I used several of the browns and oranges. I showed you one over there I used for a dangle. Then I've mixed it in with some more golds, and it was just perfect for this. And it hangs here. And this is just a little collage page. It has some more of that antique lace. I put a little pumpkin there. I made a corner pocket that's upside down. And then I just kind of made a collage of all different kinds of pictures. I made a bow out of some of the fabric that had pumpkins on it. And you can just take all these apart. You can use them in other journals, or you can just leave them right there. I just thought it was cute, just all collaged together. Page for writing. This is just a little collaged page. It's got just an old building with some autumn colors, the pumpkins, the birds and the pumpkins, and then I used some of the orange ribbon, orange striped on the back side. I used another yo-yo. I used some of Sheila's ribbon. You can see the orange popping through, and then this is one of the pictures, and I don't know who I got this from, but I thought it was perfect, and I tied it around just to make it look like that this was a little letter. And I like having where this is dangling off. And this is another little tag that you can make a little tuck spot with, right on the back. This has all different kinds of fibers in it. It has the some torn fabric. It has some yarn fibers. It has some embroidered fibers, not embroidered, but ribbon fibers. And then I used another piece of the cloth just to put on there. Then I used to throw these all away, and now I just love them for little pieces. Then this has just got, I just kind of collaged these together. It's got a pumpkin, and you can write on the back of it, and then a little girl, and of course she had to have a little bit of bling on her. This is some more children having fun. This was made with a avocado dyed envelope, and somewhere in here I used part of the other envelope. This is, you can see the envelope, this is the other half of it, and I put this tag going this way so that this would drop off the side, and the little kids having fun. Then I put all different kinds of fibers, oranges and golds and yellows, and some of the lace that I dyed. Hey, after I spent the time dyeing the lace, I thought I'm gonna use it. And I'm glad my friend's gonna be back so I don't have to do that dyeing stuff. Then this is just fall leaves. I just made, oh, this is the other half of that envelope. Yes, I folded it. I used that half, and then I used the other half here. And it's got this pocket, and it's got this pocket, and then it has this pocket. I'm gonna try to hurry through this because I can feel my voice is getting weak. Okay, and this is just another little pocket with a little truck and all the pumpkins, and an acorn, another, just a little collage card, another piece of the calendar. But I just thought the colors were so pretty. This is a little tag I made. I used some sari silk to use right up, and it can even have another little pocket right here. I didn't stick anything in there, but I could. And then it has the little birds. And then there's just a lot of little cards, writing space. Now this one's the Edith Hogan page, and it is of October and chestnuts and all different kinds of stuff about the fall. And I just tucked it in underneath this fall little side fold tuck. And here's a tag, and I left this one blank because I've already got so much stuff sticking out the top. An authentic postcard. This one is 1909. Excuse me, 1909. But I thought the colors went great with it. And then just a blank tag here. It's aligned on the back, so you can make a tag for a fall journal you're making. This is the corn maze, and then I used some sari silk up here because I just thought when I looked at that, that looked like how those corn husk and plants and all comes off the top. So I just use that to kind of glitz it up. And it explains that it's the corn maze. In fact, I didn't realize I put corn maze in 2 places, but that's all right, I like it. It's 2 girls walking down through the corn maze. And then we have 2 children, a little girl and a little boy that's playing in the pumpkin patch. Made a different color of ruffle out of some brown fabrics with oranges and yellows, and you cannot think of fall without scarecrows. And it has another one of the little paint chips on it, and I just tried to keep adding more and more of the orange colors with it. And this little scarecrow, autumn moon, and I put some fibers all around it. And then another scarecrow, and he's got just little pieces hanging from him. And then this is a pocket, and in that pocket it's got a tag with some stamping. It's got an old truck, it's got a doily, a rusty safety pin, some more of that cording that I'm not for sure who I got it from. I added the cording also up in here. I added some of the torn fabric. When I go back through them, I always find little pieces, because like this was real long and I clipped it off, and sometimes they stay on the pages, and until I go through them. This is a pocket. I used some of Sheila's trims for it. I thought the colors was just perfect, and it just really gave it just kind of a feminine touch right there. So it's just got all different cards that you can pull out, papers, and tags. And on the back, it's getting kind of full. It's hard for me to lay it down flat. I put another little sideward tuck. I think this comes out, but it may not. I may have tucked it in there. And then I put another little applique on it. This is another one of the calendar pages. This is a page that I made a side pocket with. I have a rusty pin right here, the pumpkin patch, an old doily, and I put cards going sideways in it. Fall leaves, all the pretty colors, and more fall leaves and music. And I made it so it sticks out this way. That way it won't bother out when it's standing up. On the back side is a pocket that has got some little pumpkins. It's got, excuse me, one of Nicki's appliques. It has got a little girl and a little deer. It's got all kinds of little fibers. And then I stuck fibers going down the side, so that way when it's in the pocket, you can see the fibers on the side. And then this is the very back, and I made a pocket with a tag that you can write on the back. I used some of Sheila's. Like I said, I like to fussy cut the trims, and I just added, because I just tried to pick up some of the colors that was in this house, and I used a little bit of my ink and brush on here, and then I used one of Nicki's appliques on here. So I will try to remember when I'm putting all of this in to YouTube to list the people that influenced me. This is Sheila's trim here. This was some of my own fabric. I don't know who I got this from. But anyway, that is my fall trim, my fall journal. I'm getting ready to start another one. I had another order for one. Actually, I've got an order for 2 more. So I've got them almost the construction part, and now is the fun part of getting to start decorating them. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I hope that you have a wonderful autumn.